Hey guys, we're out here right near the Mojave Desert in the Black Mountains of Arizona, and we're going to talk to you about boondocking.
Gary, Stacy, Spirit, and Sophie, we're taking our motorhome around the country. Throughout North America, we're on the road. It's Pauhana Travels, here we go.
Hey guys.
Hey, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Gary.
And we are Pauhana Travels.
Hey, when you're watching this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can continually be notified of our new videos and updates.
Welcome inside our disco. We came inside for this portion of the talk just because it's a little windy outside right now.
You can never plan the weather conditions.
No, especially in the desert.
Right, it always seems to be a bit windy in the desert.
Well, as we mentioned at the beginning of our video, we are currently boondocking on some BLM land just right at the tip of Nevada and California and Arizona. Now, boondocking is our preferred method of camping. We boondock almost all of the time. Our current trip, we have been out over 70 days. We left December 20th from Eastern Washington.
Right.
And we have only hooked up to power 2 days that entire trip.
I don't even remember those 2 days. When was that?
We were in Phoenix at West World.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, we left December 20th and today is March 1st and 2 days of hookups.
That's pretty good. And you know what has enabled us to do that so easily is the solar that we have installed.
Yes.
You know, not everybody has to install solar to run their rigs or to go boondocking, but it sure has allowed us just more freedom. We don't have to run a generator. We're not relying on the generator to make our house run. The solar does that for us.
However, having a generator does help, and it is a necessary tool to boondock.
Right. We just the other day, it was kind of a rainy day, so we actually did have to turn our generator on to get our batteries up to a full charge. And you know, we don't always have to run the big generator. Like our friends John and Laura Hebert, with their new solar install, they just have a little 2,000 watt little portable Yamaha generator, and on those cloudy days they just plug that guy in and it basically charges the batteries and the house continues to run off the inverter as normal. We
also use our generator on really hot days when we need to run the air conditioning, because we just do not have the setup to be able to run the AC with our solar.
Yeah, running air conditioning off of solar just really isn't feasible. There are a few people out there that do it, but really it's a big investment in solar to run air conditioning. Installing a solar system on your RV can be a little bit expensive. With our solar system, we've spent about $6,500 to make our lives comfortable this way. But let's break that down a little bit and talk about return on investment. So what the average RV park is about 40 bucks a night.
About that $35, $40.
And they can go up to $200 a night. But let's just figure at $40 a night, divide $6,500 into $40, and you get about 160 nights of RV parking.
We have well exceeded that.
And now let's flip that a little bit around. So we're not RV parking. We have only had to boondock for 160 nights to pay off our solar system.
We're way beyond that.
So we're way beyond that.
Yeah.
So we in less than a year, we've made our return, our 100% return of investment on our solar system. So if you really break it down, break the numbers down, look into how much you're saving by not going to RV parks, it actually really does pay off fairly quickly. So with all this talk about boondocking and solar and off-grid camping, let's talk about how we find these great spots.
As a navigator, I am always scouting my apps, Google Earth, references from other friends. And in fact, that's how we found this spot. A friend of ours had told us about the area, so then I started using my apps to gather more information. Once we got here, we had to find this spot. Right. And so we went to Google Maps, and I put it in satellite view and started looking. Now, from Google Earth, we could see there was fire rings, you could see prior tire tracks, so we knew this had been used a lot. It also helped there was a pin on Google Maps that said Oatman Boondocking BLM site.
So that made it kind of easy. So we headed to that area and found the pin and found the road that the pin was on. However, the we looked a little bit closely at the road and decided we can't take our motorhome up that road.
So what we do is we stop, we unhook, and we scout the area when it's not easily right off the road.
Right.
One thing, you need to be confident in your driving. You need to know your limitations as well.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to take the RV through that first road. I mean, it had washed out and was very uneven. There
was no way the motorhome was going to come back here. So Gary and Justin scouted and found an alternate route that wasn't even on Google Maps. But when you look at the satellite view, the image was clear. It was a passable road.
And it was not that difficult at all. We've been on worse roads with our motorhome than that one. All right, well, let's head outside and take a look at a few other tools that help make our boondocking experience a little easier. Okay, when you're at your boondocking location and you see that your tank levels are running low, you might have to go out and get yourself some water. Rather than breaking down camp, we have a new solution for that. We have here the AquaTank 2 60-gallon water bladder. This water bladder fits in the bed of the truck. You just lay it flat in the bed of the truck and you can fill it up with water from any drinkable or potable spigot. And then you come back to the motorhome and you can use a transfer pump to transfer the water bladder to the motorhome. We've got just a Harbor Freight special clear liquids transfer pump. I think it was about $50 on Harbor Freight. And then a couple different hoses. This is my regular freshwater hose that goes into the tank. But I want to thank Dan and Lisa Brown with Always on Liberty for giving me this idea. Dan showed me his setup for his water gathering techniques, and I think I've replicated it, and it has worked great. We don't have to break down camp. We can go get water whatever we need to. And you'll find the links down below in the description for this water bladder. And Harbor Freight has this pump, but you can probably also find some on Amazon as well. And when you're on the hunt for water, sometimes it's not the easiest to find. We've found in some state parks and such that they have these water spigots that you have to turn on or hold on to, and they have just a regular, they don't even have a threaded fitting on them. We found this product called the Water Thief. Basically, you can stick this up over the unthreaded nipple of the spigot and screw your hose onto it to fill your water. I actually did see this at Camping World and some other RV supply stores. It may not create the best seal around the spigot. May have to wrap a towel or hold on to it a little bit, but it sure has saved us a couple of times. It's the Water Thief. So one of our newest upgrades that has helped us in our boondocking endeavors is the sea level tank monitoring system. But we installed the sea level monitor over here as well, and with this it gives us actual percentage of tank either used or remaining, so we have a very good idea of the situation of our tanks. We found that we can go 14 days pretty easily, and 14 days is normally the extent of our stay in most places anyway, so at that point we go in and dump and refill. And a couple items that you might want to have handy for yourself when you're boondocking, especially on these unlevel surfaces, is make sure you have some decent tire blocks, and to go along with that you also want to have blocks for your jacks. We also always carry a full-size rake and shovel with us as we travel. They've come in handy for so many purposes. I use a shovel a lot for putting the fires out, or digging a better fire pit or something like that. And quite often I'll use the rake to just basically rake the rocks away from our camping area a little bit, so we have a smooth area.
All right, we're inside the disco, and water conservation when you're boondocking is a priority, even if you have the biggest tanks. One thing that we do is we use a little plastic tub in our sink when we're boondocking to catch the water when we're washing dishes. That way, very little water goes down the drain when I'm doing, or Gary is doing, the dishes.
When I'm doing the dishes.
Another tip is now everyone is different, but we use a lot of paper products when we are boondocking. And especially when we know we can have a campfire, because what we do, instead of creating more garbage, is we keep our paper products in a little bag that we hang by our garbage can. And when conditions allow, we will use this in the fire, in our campfire. So by keeping all of our paper products separate out of the main garbage, we are reducing our rubbish, and we can burn our paper products and not add to a landfill. Another place where we conserve water is actually here in the shower. This was one of our very first upgrades. We purchased the Oxygenics shower head. This is called the Body Spa. And what it does, it incorporates air into the water stream. It's less water pushing through than a normal RV shower head, but with the air pushing through it actually makes it feel like a heavier pressure and feels really nice when you are showering with using less water. So this has really helped. Gary and I have both, we average about 4 gallons of water consumption when we're boondocking per shower, which is, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. We take Navy showers, but we can use it a little more. Another feature is the Oxygenics has this little on-off. So when we are lathering up, we can turn it off and do our business and then turn it back on, and we won't lose the temperature. A lot of times when you're messing with the handle, you're going to lose your temperature control. One other area of water conservation in the disco and in the bathroom is when you first turn on your shower water and you have that cold water until the hot water hits the line. Well, we catch that cold water in a pitcher that we keep in the bathroom. And then what we do with this water, it doesn't necessarily always go down the gray tank. We can use it for dishes if necessary, or we use it with the toilet when it's time to do business number 2. Alright guys, well, we want to thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. It was, it's another great one. We may not have covered everything. If you have questions, leave us a comment down below. We'll answer them. And there very well could be a part 2 to this video. The weather wasn't conducive to all of our boondocking tools and tricks.
There might be a few things that we did miss, but we'll catch up to that later on. And like I said, please, or like Stacy said, please leave comments down below. We'd love to hear what you guys use for your boondocking tools or other neat tricks and tips that you have.
Absolutely.
So on this windy day in paradise, I'd like to take a look at our solar, and yeah, 100% there for solar on the battery, so we're awesome. Didn't cost us anything to get there.
Nope, free camping at its best.
Exactly, that's why we do this.
Alright guys, well, as always, if you liked this video, please give us that big thumbs up down below. If you didn't like the video, you can give it a thumbs down. Just give us a comment why, and we'll work on making these videos better for you.
Yes. And I think there'll be a subscribe button like right down here somewhere.
Right down
so
there.
push that subscribe button and you'll get notifications on new videos and
when we go live
videos and all this and that. So hit that button down there.
And as always, guys, we just want to thank you for being a part of our Pauhana Ohana. And until next time, Pauhana.
As always, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. Leave us a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We thank you for watching.
Until next time, Pauhana.